Oh. Hey guys, I'm in my bathroom. I just felt the need to say that right away. I just had this feeling that I needed to sit down, and I don't know how this video is going to turn out. I don't know where this video is going to go. It might get dark. If this isn't your type of video, I completely understand, but I just really wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about my anxiety, how I've been managing my anxiety, how I'm dealing with it. You guys know I really tried to make a conscious effort, I can never say that, this year to go out more, to live my life a little bit more. I know I've kind of been saying that for a couple years here on YouTube, but I had what felt like to me a mental breakdown on Christmas Day. I can't even describe how I felt that day. During the holidays, I was just suffering from so much sadness and hiding it from everybody. It wasn't until Christmas where I literally broke down crying all day that Danny even was like, oh my gosh, or like, what is going on? I went to the hospital, I got help, I got myself back on track, and every day I make effort to be better, to be happier, to live my life as best as I can. And I've been seeing so many of your guys' comments on Instagram every time I post a picture now on Instagram. Like the other day I was at dinner and I posted a photo of me like holding a cocktail, and all of the comments are so sweet. Everyone's like, yes, I'm so glad to see you leaving your house and going out and doing your thing. And I can't tell you, I'm gonna cry like 18 times in this video. I just want to warn you. Not only do I have a Scorpio moon, but it's that time of the month, so get ready. Reading those comments was making me laugh so hard, and it was just making me so happy, because to see that you guys were even noticing that, and you guys are like the best cheerleaders and my biggest support system, and it's crazy. But I was also getting a lot of comments like, you know, we want an update on your anxiety. How are you managing it? How have you overcome it? And I just want to first off say, I have not overcome it. I'm trying my best every single day to not only learn to live with it, but to learn to fight it. And I hope one day to overcome it, but I don't know. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be negative. That's a new thing about me in 2019 as well. Positivity is literally everything. I mean, I've always been a pretty positive person, but when it comes to myself, not so much. So I don't want to say I'll never overcome it, but it is something that I'm probably gonna have to live with the rest of my life, because this is very much a big part of who I am. But there are ways to help yourself. There are ways to get better, even if you get better only 90%, and there's still like 10% of anxiety and sadness in your life. As long as we're trying to get better, that's what matters. So while I am no expert, nor am I a psychologist or a doctor or anything like that, anxiety is something that I have dealt with for a really long time. I know what it's like to deal with things in your mind that you wish weren't happening, I wish weren't there. So I just kind of wanted to film this video and tell you guys what I have been doing to really help my anxiety, just things that help me feel better. And it may be a pointless video, may be stupid, but maybe it helps at least one person out there, and then I feel like it was worth it. My makeup is so expired. I am looking at myself in this little flip thing. Had my makeup on for like 10 hours now. Anyway, I have been trying my best since January 1st of this year to do things that make me uncomfortable, to go out, to just live my life. And I know I seem sad right now, but I have been feeling really, really good about it. And even though it's something that I've been feeling really good about, I'm glad I'm doing, it's still so nerve-wracking. It's still really, really hard. And it's something I struggle with every single day. It's like a constant fight in my mind all the time, but it's something that I know is so important for me or for everyone. I feel like the longer I stay home or the longer I trap myself in these thoughts, the worse I get. So it's really important for me to try to get out of my comfort zone and try to push those boundaries as much as possible, because I feel like that's the only way I'm gonna stay sane. You know, a big part of my anxiety, depression, or whatever it is that I go through has to do with fear. It's the main problem in my life. It's my fear of literally everything. Gas stations, any public place, open spaces, anything that can transport me where I feel dangerous. Cars, airplanes, buses, taxi, well that's a car. Public transportation. I kind of feel like as I get older, it's getting worse. I wasn't like this as a teenager. I was 16 years old. I was going out to the movies every single weekend, living my life. I had no fear. I wasn't scared of getting kidnapped. I wasn't scared of getting killed. It may be all these irrational thoughts. Watching all the true crime videos I watch doesn't help. I know. That's another weird part of my brain. I can't understand, but it consumes me. I don't remember if I ever told you guys the story of when I went to go see the Avengers movie with Danny. I might have actually, but I was sitting in the movie theater. I was perfectly fine. I forget which Avengers movie this was. There's like 78 at this point, and I was living in Key West. But we were sitting down and we were watching the movie, and this guy walks in mid-movie and he looked so sketch to me. He looked so sketch to me. He had his hands in his pocket. He was like sweating. He was acting so weird. I don't know. I just kept looking over to him, and immediately in my mind I thought he was gonna shoot everyone in the movie theater. I was only halfway through the movie, and I cannot even tell you how that movie ended, what that movie was about after the midway point, because all I kept doing was looking over my shoulder and having a full-blown panic attack right in my seat. And it's not something that I wanted to tell Danny because I felt in my mind that I was crazy, but I couldn't help how I was feeling. And I just remember, like, when the movie was over and the credits started, I got up in my chair and I ran to my car so fast. Danny was like still in the movie theater, and when he got to the car he was like, "Are you okay?" And I kind of explained to him how I was feeling, and he was like, "What?" He couldn't believe that I felt that way, but I truly thought that that guy was gonna shoot up the movie theater. He was probably just a regular guy who was a little sweaty, wanted to put his hands in his pocket, and he was just enjoying a movie. I think my fear of something happening, like something bad happening to me or anyone in my life, creates these crazy thoughts in my mind. And it wasn't until I read it the other day on Twitter. I didn't know this was an actual thing, but it's called catastrophic thinking, which if you've never heard of that, search it up. Oh my god, do I suffer from that. Catastrophic thinking can be defined as ruminating about irrational worst-case outcomes. Needless to say, it can increase anxiety and prevent people from taking action in a situation where action is required. The phrase refers to our irrational and exaggerated thoughts. Thoughts that we have no basis in fact, but which we believe anyway. Yes. These distorted thoughts then become the breeding ground for stressful emotions. The result is anxiety and the undermining of our ability to feel good about life and ourselves. I don't know if it happens to you, but do you ever like think of a situation? I'm gonna give a stupid example, but a party on Saturday, and you think about all the horrible things that can happen on your way to the party, when you get to the party, while you're at the party, before you leave the party, while you leave the party, on your way home from the party, all the horrible things that can happen, all the dangerous things that can happen. That is what my mind goes through every single day when I step foot out of my house. And it's catastrophic thinking. It's this horrible, we think of the worst possible outcomes, and I don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it's that my realism has turned into cynicism. Is that? I feel like I'm saying that wrong. I know the world is a shitty place, so I'm just really extra scared of it, but I can no longer sit here and say, well, you know what, this is just who I am. I can't help it, that's just who I am. When in reality, that is so far from the truth. You can help it. You can change who you are. You can change how you feel. You can change your life. And so much of it has to do with the way you think, the way you look at life. It's so insane how your mindset is everything. I was talking to my friend Samantha yesterday, and she gave me such terrible news about someone we went to school with. And I didn't personally know her, but I saw her around all the time at school. She was friends with Sam. And she called me to tell me that she was just home at her house, and someone tried to break into her house and shot her. And for some reason, I completely shut down after she told me that story. And I didn't really know the girl, but I couldn't help but think she was just home. She was just at her house, and she couldn't avoid what happened. And it honestly just shows you that life is so unpredictable. Nothing is guaranteed, and you could be the safest person in the world and stay home every single day, and still terrible things can happen. We have to live our absolute best lives for as long as we can. And I really hope that before that evil person ended her life, that she really lived her life and had fun and was happy and made the best of her time here. It's hard to explain, but those of you out there who deal with similar things that I do, you know that sometimes living in your mind can be so draining. I have lost touch with a lot of people because of my anxiety. I know that there are people in my life who feel like they have to go out of their way to come see me because I'm just the crazy girl at home, and that's changing, and it's already in the process of changing. I already feel a change. I know this video has seemed very, very sad, but I have been so much better, and it hasn't been easy. I've taken these steps and I've tried to do these things to feel better because it's time, bitch. That was me talking to myself. I also have made it a point this year to speak up. Not only do I have a fear of all things dangerous, but I also have a fear of confrontation and speaking up and disappointing people and making people feel bad. And I have been so focused on not hurting other people and staying quiet that I in turn have ended up hurting myself so much in that process. And it's okay to put yourself first sometimes. I should have written down bullet points on what I wanted to discuss and how I wanted to discuss them, because this video makes no sense. But enough of the sad talk. Things that help, things that make me feel better. Number one, turn off true crime videos. If you're anything like me, apparently you like self-torture and you watch a lot of true crime videos and a lot of serial killer shit and murder shit and things that make you worse. I don't know why we watch those things. I don't know if it's to just inform us of the evil that's out there or to make us crazier, but we do. But I really would suggest that you stop watching that kind of stuff if you're going through something. I had to take a whole break from that side of YouTube back at the end of the year because I felt like I couldn't sleep at night. I kept thinking about these victims and all the things that can happen to people in my family, and I started watching New Girl. And I cannot tell you how healing that show is. I'm like on the verge of tears. Literally. So embarrassing. When you find that thing that helps you and makes you feel better and makes you laugh, it's important and it's emotional for me, and that's what New Girl was. Every time I put on New Girl, I laugh hysterically. Keeping my mind busy and keeping my mind focused on New Girl was so helpful for me, and it's still so helpful for me. Shows like Jane the Virgin, New Girl, The Office, The Mindy Project, Friends, shows that just make me laugh have been, as dumb as it sounds, such a big part of managing my anxiety and trying to get through it, because it gets my mind off of all my catastrophic thinking. I also don't know where I would be if I didn't have music. I feel like it heals my soul every time I listen to it. Obviously it depends on what it is, but there are just those songs out there that make you feel good and make you feel really happy. Okay, first of all, anything from Leon Bridges automatically makes me feel pure bliss, happiness, and love. But I'm actually gonna put like a little black screen right here with a few songs that really do help me feel better when I'm feeling stressed, depressed, down, anxious, or whatnot, whether it's because of the lyrics or because of the beat. For whatever reason, these songs make me happy. I'm gonna put that up for you guys, and then you guys can take a screenshot of it if you want. Books are another thing that have completely helped me. I just finished reading You Are a Badass. You should definitely check this book. Oh, let me grab it. I am a huge, I know I'm 27 and I still read YA novels. I'm addicted to them. I love little high school romance stories. I live for them. But I have been reading books like this a lot recently. This is You Are a Badass from Jen Sincero. She has another book that I really want to read. I also just purchased Wash Your Face Girl. I think that's the name of it. These type of empowering books help me so much. I know the term self-help seems so shitty, but they help. You see? A sign. I just opened this book and there's a little quote that says, "You don't paddle against the current, you paddle with it. And if you get good at it, you throw away the oars." Which, hell yeah. We need to learn how to live with life and roll with the punches. If we keep getting down on ourselves, if we keep up the negativity, if we keep up with the negative thoughts and the catastrophic thinking, we are gonna dig ourselves such a deep hole. It's very important for me to fight towards a positive and better life mentally. Because I want to be very clear, I have a great life and I'm very blessed and I'm very lucky, which is why I feel so guilty 99% of the time. There are so many people out there who are struggling and have it so much worse than me. So I can't tell you how selfish and stupid I feel so often. Sorry, my camera died, so I had to go grab my Sony because I don't have another battery for my Canon. And I feel like that was a sign of the universe telling me to shut the hell up and finish this video. What was this video about even? What was this video? But what I was saying before was, I feel really guilty a lot of the times for feeling the way that I do, because I know that I shouldn't feel this way at all. Don't get me wrong, I'm a very happy person. I'm very happy with my life. It's just that sometimes my mind will get the best of me. But I'm learning to power through it. Reading has been really, really helping me. Another amazing thing is being outside. I don't know how many of you guys have the opportunity to spend some time outside. I know if you live in an apartment or something like that, it's hard. But just being outside, like in nature, is so good for our mental health and for our anxiety. So many times where I'm feeling so stressed out like really stressed out from work, I'll take an entire hour and I'll go outside and lay on my grass and just feel the wind on my face. There's nothing like the wind on your face, like nature and the sound of the trees and birds. Just being in nature has helped me so much. Put your phone down, leave it charging, and just go outside and be at peace and be alone for a while without cell phones. I have found that the more you push yourself and the more you push your boundaries, the easier it is to continue to do them. I have been going out once a month, not only once a month, but I have been going once a month out with my girlfriends out for dinner. We pick one night out of the entire month because all my closest friends are moms, so it's really hard when you're a mom and you have a bunch of kids to like take time out of your day. Well, anyway, we pick one day out of the month and we go out and we have some drinks and we talk about the kids and the dogs, because I have dogs, and we just unwind and relax and I let loose. And don't get me wrong, the catastrophic thinking happens from the moment I get into the car to the moment I get to the restaurant, but I'm learning to fight it. I turn on the radio, I start talking to Amelia, I block it. I do anything I can to become better and to be happier, because that is ultimately my goal. Coloring, that's also another thing that has helped me a lot. Okay, and my Sony died. Both of my cameras are dead. This one is literally blinking because I just took it off the charger. I need to end this video. I know that was a super long video just to tell you to read books, listen to music, and to go outside, but like I said, if that was a tip that maybe you haven't tried and it helps you, I have done my job. I feel good. I want to do these videos more often, not all the time, but I get asked all the time on Cafecito to do more anxiety type videos and talk about that more, but it's just not something I ever think I could talk about in front of a camera crew. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know this goes out to thousands and thousands of people, but let's be honest, I'm just sitting in my bathroom by myself, so I'm able to express myself the way that I want to. So if this is a topic you guys want to see more often, let me know. I actually wanted to do a whole video about OCD. I know it's a touchy subject and I actually have never been diagnosed with that. No one has ever told me that. Like, I've never had a doctor tell me I have that, but I have an inkling, I have a strong inkling that I do have it. And I'm not talking about clean OCD, like, oh my gosh, I have to have everything neat. So I want to talk about these kinds of topics more often, but I don't exactly know what to talk about. Like, I don't know how to make these videos helpful and beneficial to you guys. I want to help in these videos. So if you can give me some tips and pointers, or maybe tell me things you want me to discuss in these videos, I'd love the advice, because I know, for me at least, sometimes it was just nice to know I wasn't alone. Sometimes it was just nice to know and hear somebody else going through the same things I was. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I wouldn't want somebody to have catastrophic thoughts and all these things like I do, but it's almost like a confirmation that you're not 100% crazy. So yeah, I think I've been doing really good. I have been trying to be more positive than ever. I'm actually gonna go get a freaking tattoo tomorrow. By the time this video goes up, I already have it. I'll probably have posted a photo on Instagram. But I'm really trying to do things that make me happy. And yeah, oh my gosh, my video is telling me it has like 10 seconds before it dies. Okay. Grab the other camera again just to say bye. But thank you guys for watching this video. I love you so much. And I will see you in my next one. Bye.